Hello there. It's me, Satu. I am back with the first video that I recorded in a little over a year. So I'm gonna try making content, um, tarot and divination deck related content, from a different perspective now than I did before. I feel like before I was a bit uncertain of the path I was going to take. I just kind of wanted to jump in. Now I had some time uh, to like recollect on what it is that I want to do on social media, what type of presence do I want to have on social media, and all of those bits and bobs. So I'm going to give it another go. I hope it feels more organic for me. I hope it feels more meaningful for me. And I hope people enjoy the stuff that I'm trying to push out there. Um, Check out my YouTube profile page. There are a couple of new links on there, one of which is a Buy Me a Coffee um, link. So if you want to support me and what I'm doing here, maybe just like me, or maybe you just want to help a sister out, okay, check Buy Me a Coffee. For supporters, I offer um, new moon tarot insights every new moon, the first of which is up now. So if you're interested in that, do that. I wanted to kind of kick off my first video by participating in a tarot tag or a video response or whatever you want to call it. I think I got this from Imogen of Sapling Tarot, and it's basically like a tarot collector check-in. It was adapted from a makeup YouTuber who created these sets of questions for people who collect makeup. And so um, Imogen created the same thing for tarot, I think. Or maybe it was someone else. I don't know. But I saw Imogen do it. Okay. So I'm just going to go through these questions like real all, like whatever, how I would usually do. And you just let me know what you think about my responses below. First one is, how long have you been collecting decks? I've been collecting decks since like 2020. Um, Collecting meaning like, no. Okay, I'll say this. I've been collecting decks since 2021. And I say that because although I've owned tarot decks earlier, it was a couple years ago where I realized, like, Sean, you're just collecting decks at this point. What are you gonna do? So I just make peace with the fact that I am, in fact, a collector. I love tarot. I love talking about tarot. And so it's kind of like when I just came to my resolve of like, no, this is when I'm buying another deck, this is what I'm doing. I'm adding it to a collection. I'm not trying to find the deck anymore, right? Like I'm like, okay, I'm in it. So yeah, 2021 technically. Are you a completionist? Meaning, do you have to complete a set if there's collector decks or decks that come in a set or a series? No, no, I'm not. How do you store, organize your collection? Under my bed. Under my bed, because I live in New York, Brooklyn specifically, and I have roommates and I have no space. What is your favorite thing about your collection? I love that my collection is very diverse in divination style as well as art styles. The only thing I'm missing from my collection is like cutesy decks, which I'm not into. Like that's not my thing. But I love the different types of decks that I have: collage and classical decks and abstract and African descent, artists of African descent, the decks that were created by Africans of artist descent. So I have a little bit of everything, which I'm really happy about. What is your least favorite thing about your collection? That it's too big. What is the biggest category of your collection? Tarot, per the Rider-Waite Smith style. What is the smallest category? Lenormand. Lenormand is the smallest category. I only have one Lenormand deck, and that is one that I made myself. So, which gives you a sense of no, but I love no, actually, okay. So I have the one that I made myself, and then I have this one, Grandma Baby's Apothecary. However, I don't really count it as like a traditional Lenormand. I treat it more like an oracle deck. Um, do you have a holy grail in your collection? Probably the Tarot Universale by Sergio. Oh my God, Sergio Topi. It's a majors only deck. Wonderful, amazing illustrations by this artist, Sergio Topi. And for me, it was a holy grail. It was because it was so hard. It took me a while to find it. And luckily, someone from the community reached out and was like, oh, I think you can find this here. And I'm like, yeah. So, um, do you ever wish your collection was bigger, smaller, smaller? How often do you declutter your collection? So here's the irony in that I don't really do it a lot. I do it a couple of times. Um, and although I want to shrink my collection, I am just so lazy. I cannot, like the effort that it takes to like post something for sale online is I, I just don't, I'm so reluctant to do it, but I know that I need to do it because I do want to give some decks away that I think can be better used or better valued by other people. So to be continued on that. Um, do you ever get envious seeing other people's collections? No, no. Who on YouTube has the best collections videos? I'm not answering that. Okay. I love everyone on YouTube. Everyone is awesome. Okay. Um, but I will say this though, I do have a shared taste for with a few YouTubers or tarot tubers, and so I tend to gravitate towards those. Um, yeah, and I'll say that. What's some advice you'd give to a future new deck collector? Budget, and track. Create a game plan for how you're going to spend your money, so you can make better decisions. Um, Yeah. Okay, so that's really it. I just wanted to hop on here, say hello, hop back off, check out my Buy Me a Coffee and my New Moon Tarot reading for January 2026. And I'll be pumping out more of those. So if you're interested, join me, follow me on the ride. And thanks for having me back. Yay. Bye.